time is running out as Fortnite's end of season live event is about to kick off, as Dago can be found in front of the Spirit Realm portal with a brand new mythic blade. But why has he got it and what are his plans? I'm about to break down this season's story and give us an early look at what's about to happen next. Everything kicked off at the beginning of the season with a piece of comic flying towards the island, smashing into the ground, resulting in a shockwave that actually awoken dormant magic on the island, resulting in the portals, magical masks, and demons on the island that we've been playing with all season. And this season's story revolves around three characters, Kendo, Dago, and Jade, who are all brothers and sisters. And we can actually see Dago right now in front of the portal that is being activated leading up to the live event, but we need to understand how we got there. So we go all the way back to the week 1 challenges where we meet both Kendo and Jade. They both have good intentions and their goals are simple: to take down the demons that have arrived on the island, however scary they are, and try and banish them to make the island a safe place. That's exactly what we go ahead and do, taking down demons, collecting essence, and actually taking it to Hope to analyze and understand where these demons have come from and what they're doing on the island. Unfortunately, right at the beginning here, Jade realizes that the demons are very much focusing on her for some reason, as she says that she's literally being stalked by them, and this leads to a pretty bad situation. As the story develops, introducing their brother Dago, who lives in Mars Meadows and is actually the creator of the mask, the fire-only mask and the void mask that we've been using all season on the island. At the same time, Jade has gone missing. Remember how she's being stalked by these demons? But it's time for us to investigate what's happened to her and what's going on. Kendo starts to explore and realizes that Jade has been trapped within the Spirit Realm through the portal at Night Shift Forest. We know that these portals have been all around the island, activating when demons get close to them, and somehow Jade has been taken into this portal and disappeared completely, so we of course need to save her. Now, Kendo doesn't trust his brother Dago, so we go ahead and actually investigate Dago's workshop to gather clues, as Kendo's actually blaming him for the fact that Jade is gone missing. They've got some family issues going on here, I think it's safe to say. As we complete missions and do some research, we discover that Dago actually gave Jade one of his masks in an attempt to help her battle against the demons that have been stalking her, but it actually just made the situation worse. These masks are actually crafted and formed from dark energy from the sprites that we've been seeing around the island. Kendo says Dago has been experimenting with dark magic, and if he's endangered Jade, I will never forgive him. But the thing that doesn't make sense, as Kendo explains, is that only demons can cross into the spirit realm, so how has Jade gone in there and gone missing? If you've ever seen any of these portals activated around the island and you've tried to go into it, you'll know that you can't actually do it. Only the demons can come out of it, so something weird's gone on here to allow Jade to have gotten sucked into the spirit realm. Now, meanwhile, there's been even more demons arriving on the island. If you come over to the NPC here at Mars Meadows, which is of course exactly where none other than Dago has been building all of his masks, more demons have started to spawn in. Demons that weren't even being seen earlier on in the season, as the demon problem is getting worse and worse, people. You can activate a secret mission by talking to him and talking about what's happening. This will spawn in even more waves of these enemies, leading to a secret reward, but also a very secret, scary demon arriving as well. Look at him! This samurai masked demon is another boss arriving on the island that can't even be found in any other way. You have to activate it by talking to this NPC. As more and more demons are arriving, things are getting scarier, but thankfully we have defeated him, and doing this mission will reward you with the spawning in of this legendary chest. You can come here, give this a go for yourself, and potentially get crazy loot as well. So with Jade missing and even more demons arriving every day on the island, Kendo goes to work out what exactly happened with this comet that struck the island at the beginning of the season that brought all of the magic and the demons to the island in the first place. Heading to the crash site, we place down Spirit Charm that tells us a shard of shimmering reality was removed from this place. So the comet that initially hit and landed there isn't there anymore. Turns out that the comet has been fractured into several pieces scattered around the island, and it's up to us to try and bring them together to work out what exactly originally struck the island. After going to the different corners of the map and collecting the pieces, Kendo actually goes ahead and uses the splinter of the comet to create the splinter blades. These things look absolutely incredible. But these blades have a very important mission, as next we're tasked to go to the puppeteer, which is of course the boss located at Demon Dojo. We must fight the demon, and once we've defeated them, it releases Nitrose from the demon's puppeteering powers, where we deliver and give her the splinter blade, saying that these blades could be the key to helping Jade escape the spirit realm. And we put a lot of trust into Nitrose, hope that she knows what to do with these splinter blades, because they've literally been formed by an outer planet comet. But there's more investigation to be done, as Hope goes to the crash site herself, does some more examination of the energy that's around there. We travel around the island to collect even more demon essence, which ultimately leads us to the spawning in of the Shogun X-bots that only happens towards the end of a game. This is not an easy mission to complete, but once we do so, we get some information on this comet, and it is actually pretty mind-blowing, as it's not just a piece of comet, it is actually a shard piece from none other than the 0 point itself. Yet that giant sphere that has basically been powering and connecting all the realities together within the world of Fortnite for the last 7 years. A bit of that is what struck the island and brought all of these demons to us. So those mythic splinter blades that we created are actually formed from pieces of the 0 point, so we probably should get them back. However, it turns out that Nitrose has actually given the blades to Dago, who's began to trap sprites in his workshop, like he's literally put them in crates. The cutest things you can imagine. He's been extracting the dark energy from them to make something even more powerful and stronger than the mask he's made before. And Kendo figures out what Dago's plan is, saying that the site that we found, where the 0 point landed, it's actually a part of Dago's plan to save Jade. Nitrose has given him the splinter blades to execute his plan to try and save Jade from the spirit realm. Dago has an insane, crazy plan, which is actually being activated on the island right now to connect to the spirit realm, and I don't think it's going to go very well. Now, if Dago's plan is successful and he manages to bring Jade back, which we'll take a look at what his plan is to make that work in a second, as he's currently doing it on the island, it will mean the banishment of all demons, but also the goodbye of two of my favorite Fortnite characters, Timmy the Turtle and his brand new girlfriend. If you hadn't been following their story, he'd been traveling around the island to find himself a girlfriend, but he'd actually also been tortured at the same time. If you find all of these sticks on his back, which are currently stabbed into his back violently, which is quite awful, there's 5 of them in total, he will reward you for your good deed. It is probably the last time you'll ever be able to do this for this season, because both him and his girlfriend will most likely be leaving us. But if it means there's no more demons, it kind of is worth it. As much as I hate to say it, because I do absolutely love Turtle Man, this is the beautiful gift you'll be given. A free legendary chest, just like taking out the other demon in Mars Meadows. This POI is actually really incredible, and I'm going to miss these guys so much if Dago's mission is successful. This leads us to the current live event that is going down on the island. Look at this. For the first time ever in the history of this island, the winter portal is opened just below Warrior's Watch right here, and you can come here to find Dago with the blades, as you can see, on him right now, surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 masks. They're actually going into this portal, which we, of course, cannot enter, except Dago is actually trying to open it. Every single day since this has been activated, a mask has been lighting up, almost like a countdown. So 2 have been lit up so far. 1 more will go live later today, powering and trying to open up the spirit portal. But the thing that's scary is that although Dago, we believe, is trying to help his sister and bring Jade out of the spirit realm, talking to the other Dago NPC, I know they shouldn't really both be on the island at the same time, but talking to the other Dago NPC, turns out that actually he really wants to enter the spirit world and go inside himself. The dark presence within the spirit realm is powerful, and I can feel its malice. Talking to Dago, as different characters will give you different text, he remains standoffish when talking to his brother Kendo, shows resentment towards Shogun X, of course, he's a literal demon. You're not going to like him, are you? But grateful to Night Rose for the splinter blades that he's, of course, holding right now on his side. Leakers have found in-game text regarding a combat phase during this live event that could see us actually getting access to these new mythic 0-point blades to fight off potentially whatever's about to come out of his portal. It sounds like it's going to be crazy. Despite this whole season being all about saving his sister, I believe that Dago's actually trying to open up this portal so he can go into the spirit realm himself, except it's not actually going to work. We're very close now to the start of a new season, and we've already got some information and details on what it will be about and the theming. All the masks are currently set to be powered up this weekend on Saturday, so make sure you subscribe, as whatever ends up happening in game, I'll be there to see it happen live. And whatever occurs, we are going into the next season with an NPC already on the island by the name Goldie, who, if you talk to her, hints at the next theme being heist theme. I mean, she is literally a robber, and leaks already show us that the getaway LTM from Chapter 2 is making its return for the first time in years. But that's not all. I can also show you a Chapter 6 Season 2 Battle Pass skin for the very first time, specific to the Kappa Kappa factory right here, which is quite literally just filled with a load of pickles. Turns out that they don't care too much about all of these pickles. They actually care about one very specific pickle. Because if we go to this tub right here and see all the other pickles, doesn't matter, this is the one we're looking at. This pickle has been growing absolutely massively ever since this POI arrived on the island. And this literal pickle will become a Fortnite skin as basically a pickle peely character. But that's not all. This new skin will have a balaclava, gold chain. He's going to be robber heist themed. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't know how we go from someone trying to enter the spirit realm and fighting off demons to a giant pickle skin being the focus of the next season. But something will connect them, and we'll be finding out how on Saturday as those masks power up. So that is everything you need to know. A pretty crazy story, but it's been a really cool season. Make sure you subscribe to see what goes down on Saturday, and have code ALIE entered for when the new Battle Pass comes out with the start of Chapter 6 Season 2 on February the 21st. Click on screen here to watch more videos and let me know what you think of this season's story.